What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Monday live stream. We got a guest today. Grim G has sense, or Grim Sense as I know him. I've been doing a lot of kind of going through and looking at a bunch of smaller reviewers. Just been coming across their streams, whether it's because they follow me on here and I just see their names and they pop up when they're doing a live stream. But a lot of newer reviewers seem to be doing live streams while they're uh, like in the vertical mode, kind of like what you would see on TikTok. And I guess they don't know that it comes through on the shorts tab and it doesn't actually come through as a normal video. But I've been seeing a bunch. There's a guy, Brian, C2, MG3. I've been coming across all their different channels. And then I was coming across Grim, just somebody I've been watching from time to time. And so, as you guys know, anytime I have somebody on my live stream for the first time, I always send them 5 decants, so it kind of break the ice. We'll talk about this decants I sent to him. I sent him Loumari Porthole. I sent him Boss Bottled Bold Citrus, Copper Still Shine Punch, a couple other ones. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well. Hopefully, you had a great and safe 4th of July. I just got, and I have a ton of fragrances on the way. I got Narcotica Lemonada, which this bottle, probably the heaviest bottle in my entire collection. It is the thickest glass that you will ever see. Not only that, the cap fits on nicely. It doesn't snap in place, but it can hold up this really, really heavy bottle, so it's fine. And the atomizer is literally the best atomizer in my entire collection. If you don't know what this smells like, I just did a video on it versus Porthole. These are the two best tropical fragrances in existence. Both of them use almost like 90% naturals. I had to look up a lot of things to figure that out, but this one is basically Porthole if it was mango heavy, while Porthole is passion fruit heavy with a little bit of salt and a little bit of caramel in the dry down. But I mean, this is such a good scent. If you can find the money to get a $300 fragrance, that is one that is worth it. If you already know you like the DNA of Porthole, or if you already own Porthole, I would say just try it out and see if it's different enough for you. For me, it wasn't different enough, but I had my Venba gift card, so I ended up getting Narcotica and Pink Boa. Pink Boa, I thought looking at this bottle that this would be feminine. I didn't know anything about it. I just thought it was for women, so I just didn't even pay attention to it. Then I got a decant of it from Scent Rush, and it smells just like pink lemonade powder. So if you've ever smelled that Country Time pink lemonade powder, it's not powdery. It smells like that powder. It smells exactly like pink lemonade. So if you want to smell like pink lemonade, which I think this will be a really nice, just going to the pool, maybe at the beach or something like that. It's a really nice fragrance. And the fact that I don't like God of Fire, so I'm not going to have that bottle. I might get it at some point in time just to add to the collection to complete the Venom line. If you didn't know, I didn't know this. I thought it was just gems, but it's an actual snake. I did not know that. I always just thought it was gems, and that's probably just me. But I also picked up Venom Incarnate. That will be here either tomorrow or the next day. I also picked up Mind Games French Defense. And last minute, and my moderators don't even know I did this, Scent Rush was doing this crazy sale for Mind Games. Usually Mind Games, even with Olfactory, which has the best price for Mind Games at $100 off at like 260, 250 bucks. That's still crazy, like a crazy discount. Well, Scent Rush had them for 192. And so I went and I bought 6 more. I've tried all the Mind Games. The only ones that I really enjoy are Mentor, Queening. Well, Mentor is okay for me. I like Queening. I like Forward, which I already have. I like Double Attack, which is the chocolate one. And French Defense I liked, but I would have never spent the amount of money on it. But I ended up getting that. And then I ended up getting Queening, Double Attack, and Blockade, and a couple other ones that I am selling because I was like, hey, if I buy these for 192, I could easily sell them for 280. So I'm gonna make another 400 or 500 bucks from it. So I got those. Um, and what else did I get? I have one other fragrance and I can't remember. Oh, I'm trading one of my backups of Aqua de Joe Absolu for a whiff of waffle cone and something else, just so I can complete my imaginary authors collection. Um, Even though I'm not a big fan of whiff of waffle cone, I had a 2.5 ounce Aqua de Joe Absolu and I had two extras. So I'm trading that with somebody that I met on TikTok. Uh, and they're also sending me a decant of 2654 from um, City Rhythm, as well as Miami Tropical Confessions, which are, oh, and Martha's Vineyard. So yeah, I figured why not. Anyway, now to after all of that, let's talk to you guys for a second. Grim should be on here in about 5 minutes or so, probably like 7:45. But anyway, what's going on, traffic? On a break at work, so dropping in. Send of the day's Aqua de Joe Absolute. Also, how is that new Rouse Club? Still feel the same as your first impressions? I do. I do feel the same way as my first impressions. Um, I think it's the best Rouse Club. A lot of people might disagree and say the Elixir, but prior to this one, my favorite was the Parfum. The only drawback I had with the Parfum when it first came out was that it didn't mature all the way. And so it had pretty poor performance. That has changed over the year that I've had it, 2 years I've had it. The Elixir is just too much for me. I can't wear it. My wife doesn't like it. So this one to me is just taking it back to the original Rouse Club DNA, making it's almost like the Parfum if you added orange blossom and then made it smoother. It's a very, very nice blend. I think it's one of the better releases of the year, absolutely. So I recommend trying that fragrance out. I think this year Ralph Lauren has done a fantastic job, both with that and Polo 67 Eau de Parfum. They really killed it. What's up, Kevin? Hopefully you're having a great day. I hope you had a good Independence Day and weekend. I hope you did as well. Evening. What's going on, Detroit sports fans? Center of the day is Machot. Never heard of that one before, but hopefully you spelled that right. And I've just never heard of it. What's going on, Jason? I just actually spoke to Jason. Unfortunately, so I did my three giveaways. I was supposed to do one giveaway, the MFK, and I sent that off. And then I did two other backup giveaways where I gave away two random clones and some decants. And I told them that it was random, but then afterwards I kind of let them choose. Yeah, well, I took it to UPS and I had them, I gave them the addresses and they put the labels on the boxes. They put them on the wrong boxes. So the two that the one guy that Jason chose, Brian got, and the two that Brian got, Jason chose. So yeah, I was like, well, I guess it was back to random. Sorry about that. So yeah, anyway, not that you guys care. What's going on, Newt? Just saw you over in Ross's live stream. Scent of the day is Precious Treasure. I love that bottle, but unfortunately, when you sent that decant to me, I knew that's why I didn't buy the bottle. I knew it wasn't going to be my style of fragrance. And while I didn't mind it, it was not something that I was like huge into. So decided not to spend the crazy price tag for it. But hopefully you're having a great day. Scent of the day is Michael Malone Ocean Noir. Lasts about an hour. I actually just had a decant of that. I have a bottle of it, but I had a decant that I gave away. Speaking of the giveaway, to me, it kind of smells like Offnon's 9 a.m. dive, like with a twist. Um, I think it smells nice. I don't think it's one of the better Michael Malone's, but it's crazy how much hype Michael Malone is getting over on TikTok right now. It's like the things that on YouTube people see as basic, over on TikTok, they're just like, wow, Michael Malone is like the best designer fragrance brand ever. And I'm like, over on YouTube, people don't really give two shits. Like, it's okay, but the most that they know about it is Gensense. But yeah, they have some good, like Citizen Jack Absolute. It's a nice one. It's better, basically, what Herba Pura tried to be. But outside of that, meh. First time Grin sent me here. Gian, shut up. David Webster, hey Randy, scent of the day is vibrato. Gian, you've been in my live stream so many times, and vibrato is great. I absolutely love vibrato. Some people actually think vibrato is their favorite fragrance of all time, which I find interesting because until last year, vibrato wasn't really hyped up at all. I got it, Jeff got it, a couple other people got it, and then all of a sudden it was everywhere. I prefer Ingenious Ginger, but in the summer I do prefer vibrato. I like the brightness of it. It's a ginger citrus combo. If you guys don't know what it is, um, don't put that narcotica on the top shelf. Oh yeah, I don't want to get hit by it. No, this narcotica is going front and center, probably right behind me with the Tom Fords because I don't have any other narcotica, so I'll probably sit it right there. But this bottle probably weighs 4 pounds. If you want to ship this to somebody, you'd be spending 4 pounds, 4 pounds worth of UPS. So unless you can find one of those things. It's like one box. As long as it fits, it ships. Well, apparently USPS is doing away with that. And starting on July 16th, all priority mail through USPS is 55% more expensive. So just in case anybody knew that, it's terrible. Newt, you from Ohio too? No, Newt is not from Ohio. He's from Michigan. Sorry, I don't know if I should have said it. Okay, he said it too. All right, I was gonna say I probably shouldn't say where Newt's from, but he said it. I saw Jeff Loves Pink Bow attempted to get a sample of it. Do you like the pink lemonade smell? Like, have you ever smelled Country Time lemonade powder that you just take and put a little scoop into water and you have pink lemonade? If you like the smell of that, this smells exactly like that. There's not one difference. It smells like pink lemonade powder once you put it into the water because it's not powdery. It just smells like pink lemonade powder. I think it smells great, but I love the smell of pink lemonade. What's up, Sun Devil? Sun of the day is Zaharoff's signature pour homme. One of the few Zaharoffs I don't like. And it's so surprising because I have more Zaharoffs in my collection than anything but YSL. And you would think that I would like Zaharoff pour homme because I like a lot of the other fragrances. No, it's anything that actually smells like the pour homme. Like 2010 has pieces of it. A couple other ones have pieces of it that I don't like, and it's because of that pour homme DNA. I like the ones that don't have the pour homme DNA lingering underneath. But hopefully you're having a great day, and hopefully you're enjoying the fragrance. Randy the Snake is what stands out to me the most. Yeah, I didn't own a bottle, so I only saw people going like this, and I never paid too much attention to it because again, it was pink or blue, and I tried God of Fire before I saw the bottle, and I knew I didn't like that fragrance. I don't hate it. I just think that it's super boring. I don't understand why it's hyped up, but I can tell you this one, if you like pink lemonade, it's deserving of a pink lemonade hype. And the other one, Venom Incarnate, apparently is like very unique opening and then like a very mass appealing dry down. So I'm interested to try that. And that has strawberry in it. I don't have any fragrances with strawberry. So I only know of Head Games by Foreigner. Huh? Mind Games is a brand. I like Jadoub, French Defense. The other ones didn't see. Yeah, Mind Games is a way overhyped, way overpriced brand. Some of their bottles are nice, and it's weird because some of their bottles have magnetic caps while some don't. I got the Forward. The Forward doesn't have a magnetic cap, but then Queening does have a magnetic cap. I don't get it. French Defense apparently does, but I have that all coming in, so yeah. Good evening, Rainy. Scent of the day is Meteor. Great taste there, Diego. Hopefully you're having a great day and you're smelling great. So, I mean, you definitely are. Hopefully you're having a great day on top of it. What's up, Sonder? Hope you're well. Howdy, chat. Scent of the day is John Varvatos, Artisan XX, and To Me Dusk. Nice. Hopefully I'm waiting for Grim to join the backstage. And before I bring Grim on, and he might be watching this right now. He is literally, I've done this with probably 40, 50 people at this point in time. He is by far, and he'll even tell you this too. He is by far the worst at correspondence. I didn't even know if we were going to do the live. We had to push the live back twice because he didn't get back to me. But then now he is popping in the background. But and I almost canceled the live tonight because it was like 7:20, and I was like, "Hey, are we doing this?" Anyway, Grim, just give me a thumbs up when you're ready, and then I'll bring you in. All right. Well, without further ado, this is Grim Sense. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Well, fantastic. What's your scent of the day?
Scent of the day. So I rocked Venom Incarnate earlier in the day. Got my shower after my workout, and I'm rocking Prada Black right now.
Prada Black's a fantastic scent. So, have you tried any of the other ones that I sent you other than the Shine Punch?
I have not. I wanted to wait and make sure you got a good like first impression reaction out of them. I've been wanting to try that porthole so bad though.
So, for anybody who doesn't know Grim, again, he does a lot of live streams on the Shorts tab, where if you're like going through, you can see him if you're scrolling through. He's been picking up a lot of fragrances I've been wanting to get, like Venom Incarnate. I actually bought it because of you.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
hopefully you like it.
I'm like, I really, really want that fragrance because I've never had a fragrance with strawberry in it. Is it heavy?
Oh yeah, yeah. The opening's a little. To me, the opening wasn't as smooth as it could have been, should have been. Like you get strawberry for a minute, and then it like all of a sudden you get a rush of everything else. But then once you hit that mid, you pick up the mid, some of the top notes, and then it dries down, and you got strawberry all the way through.
Yeah, your wife didn't like it at first, and then she ended up coming back in and being like, "That's not the same scent. What the hell is that?" So anyway, again, this is Grim Sense. It's at Grim Sense or Grim G Has Sense. Am I right with that?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I linked it in the description. If you guys click on it, you can go straight to his page. But we'll just start with the fragrances. If you guys have any questions for Grim, obviously let him know. But um, yeah, whatever fragrance you want to start with, we'll start with.
All right, cool.
Probably
So we can.
Loumari Porthole.
I have a feeling that's going to be my favorite. So I'm gonna say we'll save the best for last. But we can go with this Copper Still Shine Punch because I've already smelled it. And actually, because of you sending that to me, I got the watermelon watermelon shine.
Did you open that up yet?
Yes,
What do you think of it?
I like it. It's I feel like it's blended very well, perfect for the summertime. It's a nice summertime vibe for sure.
To me, it starts out like a lot of watermelon, and then it turns into like almost like a watermelon root beer. I don't know
Got
why
you.
it's the sassafras comes in and it kind of gives it this like root beer smell.
I can see that.
I actually hated it when I first got it. I that seriously like everybody was hyping it up, and whenever I first smelled it, I was like, I don't see what the hype is about it. And then it was like second time, third time, fourth time I wore it, I was like, okay, I actually really like this fragrance.
Yep. Yeah, I wore
But
that yesterday actually.
this is Shine Punch. I absolutely despise the bottles. My watermelon shine, it leaked terribly out of the neck, and then the stickers, they literally just fall right off.
I
So
don't.
nothing against Copper still, but if he's watching, man, I apologize, but at the same time, your bottles suck. I mean, they do. All right, go ahead. You can try it. Didn't you try this one already?
I did because I when I opened the decant pack you sent me, it smelled like fruity pebbles, and I thought, "Oh my god, what is that? It smells amazing." I know people look at me and don't think I'd be into like some fruity fragrances, but you told me it's probably this, so you said I could go ahead and spray it. So
Yeah, it might be that, or it might be a mix of that and porthole together, because porthole has that kind of fruity smell to it. But look, it's not spraying. I had no idea. I was trying to fill up your decant. I couldn't fill it up, so I had to use a syringe, and I had to syringe it out. And I'm like, I ain't doing this anymore. But I have to contact him and say, what do I do about this? Because I bought your bottle like 6 months ago, and the bottle already doesn't spray anymore.
got you.
Anyway, go ahead. What do you think about it? Let everybody know.
I really like this. I smell so many different fruits in this, and the alcohol. Like I definitely get that moonshine in here, but this stuff was so good. It made me want to buy the watermelon shine. I will be buying a full bottle of this as well. Hopefully, he fixes whatever issue with the
What what
atomizer.
what do you which one do you like better?
Man, so I think I might like this one a little better because of all the different fruits,
Yeah,
but
there's a
they're
little bit
both
more
good.
like complexity to the fragrance instead of it just being just straight up watermelon and one other thing.
Yes. Yeah, but this is nice. I might rock this tomorrow to work.
Yeah, I'll be frank with you, man. I only wore it twice after my first five wears for my review. I forgot I had it until I was talking to you about watermelon shine because I wore watermelon shine. So anytime I was looking to wear something from this brand, I would wear watermelon shine, and I forgot this even existed. But it's actually really fucking good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's
I'm
fine.
like revisiting it now. So thank you for that.
Oh no,
Uh,
thank you, man.
What else did I send you? So I remember these three. The other ones I don't remember. I got these ones out and I was like, I have no fucking idea what I sent to him.
So you sent me the blue talisman. You sent me Boss
Oh yeah.
Bottle Bold Citrus.
All right.
You sent me Sense of Wood, Praline, and Maple. And then, of course, Porthole.
I sent you Praline. Did you already try the plum and cognac?
No, that's going to be my first experience with the house as well when I check
Oh
out the
man, I didn't
secret.
know that was your first experience. When you chose Praline and Maple, now that you're saying that, I was like, why is he choosing Praline and Maple over plum and cognac when plum and cognac is like known across the community as like a 9.5 to 10 out of 10? And praline and maple, no, I mean nothing against praline and maple. It's a good fragrance, and so are all the other ones. But plum and cognac is just next level. I just thought you had already tried it.
Nope. But if I rock with that, then definitely going to check out that plum and cognac.
Yeah, Gian said, "What does pink lemonade smell like?" I know what lemonade smells like, but pink, I'm not so sure. Gian, you're not a child, so I would say it's not the color pink that you're smelling. Pink lemonade has its own smell, while lemonade has its own smell. I mean, I don't know how you are as old as you are and you don't know what pink lemonade smells like. Like you know what pink lemonade. I'm not being dumb, man. You know what pink lemonade smells like, right?
What's up?
Oh, there's his daughter.
Get him out of here. You bored
Even Jason said, Gian, you never had pink lemonade? Like, who hasn't drank or at least smelled pink lemonade at some point in time in their life?
right.
Yeah, I absolutely love this Shine Punch. I am so shocked that I haven't worn it. I'm spraying it up. Can I spray it? There we go. It's working now. All right. What's the next one you want to go through?
Let's try that pralines and maple.
Yeah, I'm not reaching up there to get it. So I already know what it smells like. But if I reach up there, I'm just going to get hit in the head with all my Zaharoffs. So I'm definitely not doing that. Did you see that live stream when I got hit in the head by all the Zahara fragrances?
I did not.
Yeah, I reached up to grab one of them, and those bottles were like a pound, pound and a half. They all hit me in the head.
None of them broke, did they?
Oh no, they're too thick to break.
Well, that's a plus.
Diego said, I'm getting Haltane in my collection. What are your thoughts? I think it's nice. I think just like Initio Oud for Greatness, it is Baccarat Rouge 540 with a more masculine, woody twist. It's basically what Initio Oud for Greatness did for Initio, but for Parfums de Marley. I think it's a nice fragrance, but I prefer the Initio over Haltane, but Haltane's nice as well. It just depends on do you want more sweetness from the Haltane or more woodiness from an Oud for Greatness? All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. I like this. This so I tried when I first was getting into fragrances at Mason Margiela by the fireplace, and to me, that was just it was bad. Like, but I
Mhm.
smelled it on tester strip. It smelled like when you sit in front of a campfire and you walk in and there's just an overdose of smoke. To me, this smells like smoky wood, but not like you've been rolling around in the campfire.
Yeah, and by the fireplace also has that waxy candle like background to it that makes it feel more like cloying.
Hmm. Yeah, this I could definitely see me rocking this over that any day.
It dries down a lot better than by the fireplace too. That's where you really get the maple that comes in, and you get almost like one of those donuts that have the maple on top. It kind of gets pieces of that mixed in. So I actually, I don't know, like I understand people usually say like maple syrup, but to me, there's like different smells of maple, and the only thing that I can compare to the dry down of this is like the maple on top of donuts.
I can
But
see that.
yeah, I think it smells really nice, but it's like something you could only wear in specific occasions in the fall and winter.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't go warm weather with this.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites, but it's from the line. It's one of my favorites, but I've only tried what one, two, three, four, five from the line. Um, their lines are really hit or miss. I mean, some of them, all of their fragrances smell nice, but there's a select few from the line that at least I've had decants of that they like just blow your mind, and that's not one of them specifically. That one to me is something, yeah, it's nice. I think I would buy it. I could easily rock it, but am I going out of my way over other fragrances that are in my collection right now? I really don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So are you gonna start, because if you guys don't know, this is Grimm's first time doing a live stream sideways. Are you gonna are you gonna start doing lives like this, or are you gonna continue doing them on the shorts?
Man, so I found that I get way less viewers in my live streams because I did try it uh, with the horizontal. I did get less trolls, which you pointed out to me would happen. Like I prefer less trolls, but I'm still so small that I need to try to continue to grow. I did try to use StreamYard as well. The first time I did a live after talking to you about all that,
Yeah.
um, I tried to use StreamYard and it was asking me to set up like clips and music, and I was like, man, I'm too dumb for all this right now. So I'm gonna have to look into trying one with StreamYard and seeing about all the extra stuff that I don't use
Yeah, see,
and see how it works.
when I start my live, there's the banners, the media assets, the style, the people, the stuff that you can click. Honestly, you can ignore everything and just hit go live. And you just ignore everything. And the only thing you can click, it's just called style. And when you click it, it says, "Do you want a 30-second countdown?" You just hit yes, and then you hit go live. That's like it's super easy. And yes, and so I said this on your live stream, and I wanted to actually talk to you about this for a minute. So doing a live stream like when you and Brian went live and you guys were on the shorts tab, that you get a lot of viewers just like a short. Like if you post a if I post a video that is 2 minutes long, horizontal, it's gonna get 200 to 300 like or 300 views probably in the first 2 to 3 hours. If it's a short, it's gonna get 2 to 3 thousand. And it's
Right,
just because people are just scrolling through, and so you just get random viewers that are scrolling through, and it's the same thing for your live streams. It's not helping you at all with monetization or anything like as far as ads or making any kind of money or anything. And while you do show a larger view, like I did a live stream like a year ago that was on the shorts tab, and there was like 270 people watching, and then I did a live stream the next day and it was like 34. And it's like it's on the shorts tab, even though there is more people, just like on TikTok, That's why people always say on TikTok, if you have 200,000 subscribers, it's basically the same thing as having 20,000 subscribers on TikTok on YouTube, because the shorts and the live streams that are horizontal, they just don't bring you in as much income, and it's more people just scrolling through. And so while it does work out, and the shorts tab does get you more people to subscribe to your channel, as far as what you were looking for, it might not be the best setup, because you're just going to have random people scrolling through. You're going to, while it still might say 20 or 30 people that are in your live, it's because there's always one person flipping, and they're just interchanging with people. And that's why at some point in time your lives will say 3, and sometimes it'll say 54. It's just the amount of people that are scrolling, and most of the time the people on the shorts tab, they don't follow for long, and if they do, they usually don't subscribe or anything like that. So that's why
Right.
I figured out that after doing the shorts and the live streams on the shorts tab, it's not feasible if you want to create a channel. And that's why all the big channels that you see that have more than, like, I don't know, 5 to 8,000 subscribers, none of them do that live streams on the shorts. And if it is, it's usually somebody that's like in their teens, because it just doesn't help out your channel and monetization and stuff like that.
Got you. I appreciate that. And I know when I did do the horizontal, just without even going through StreamYard, a lot of people said, oh, wow, video quality is much better, sound quality is much better.
I noticed that when you joined with the live the other day, even when you were at your job, I could hear you on StreamYard so much better than I can hear you on your normal lives.
Yeah, so I'll just have to get used to the horizontal and start rolling with that.
Diego said the one and only Grim G. I'm a little bit far behind, so I'm going to click on some comments. If can you see them on your end,
Yeah,
like the ones that I pin?
yep.
Yeah, he's gonna love Porthole. I already know it. There's a difference. And if you've ever, I don't know if you were on the live whenever me, Dedrick, and Ross, we did a decant swap. And it was the first time that, and at that point in time, I have tried like 8 to 10 tropical fragrances. All of them were in that synthetic range, which most are. God of Fire, Icon, Summer Hammer, um, Mabasu, Passion Island. All of them are synthetic tropical fragrances that might have a little bit of naturals in them. But when you smell Porthole, it is a different style of tropical fragrance. And that being that it actually uses natural fruits, and so it smells completely different than any other tropical fragrance that you've smelled.
Got you. I already know because I did watch your porthole versus the Lemonada.
Yeah,
I'm getting both. I can already tell you that. I know without a doubt.
yeah. I only got this last year. I used Afterpay and I did the pay in four because I wasn't about to buy a $280 bottle. I told my wife I would never spend over $250 on anything on the channel unless it was something that like I really wanted and I tested and I've already known that I liked it. And so this was 280. I did get a coupon down to 250, but I afterpaid it. And then I was like, you know what? Lemonada, while it is more of a mango version of Porthole, I went out and I tried it out and I was like, it's different enough for me. And then literally right at that point in time, Venba sent me my quarterly gift card they send to me. And I was like, do you have Porthole on your site? I was like crossing my fingers. I went on there. They had 2 bottles left. I was like, thank God. So I used my whole gift card on the Lemonada. It's just it's too good not to buy if you get it for free. You know what I mean? But for you,
Right.
I would say try both of them. I'm gonna send you a decant of Lemonada so you can compare to see if they're different enough.
Okay. I appreciate that for sure.
Well, if you like Porthole, if you don't like Porthole, it's gonna be pointless for me to even send. But I there's like no chance of you not liking Porthole. Bull
Tropical
Citrus is
fragrances.
yeah. Bull Citrus is so nice. Hugo Boss is such an underrated house. They've been underrated for me for about 20 fucking years. Seriously, like people have been uh, dissing them until the Boss bottled was it Elixir came out, and prior to that, they said like all their fragrances. I loved their fragrance. The fragrance that came out the year before that, it was Boss Bottled Marine Limited Edition. That's one of my favorite Boss fragrances of all time. And people were like dissing on Boss all the time, but I mean, yeah, they had some misses, but 90% of their fragrance releases were good, dating back to like 1997. And so I've always loved that house.
Oh yeah, the only one I have from Boss is Boss Bottled Absolute, and as soon as I smelled that, I actually paid retail for it, which I typically don't pay retail, but it was so good, I had to have it right then and there. So that's why I wanted the bold citrus, just because I love tropical fragrances. I love the summertime fragrances, citruses, and I thought, you know what, that's got to be my
Well,
second
I guess
from.
that's a good transition. Let's just jump right into
Yeah.
that one then. This is Boss Bottled Bold Citrus, which I told you guys in my review. I absolutely love the first 45 minutes. When it dries down, it gets a little bit more mediocre, but I don't care because the opening is that good. Um, but we'll see what Grim thinks.
Oh yeah, in the air, yes.
It's fantastic.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna have to add this if it's still available. I know this is what limited
Here,
edition, right?
while you're smelling it up, I'll look it up. I think it's still out. I don't know why they've been doing that. Boss has been releasing every year a limited edition fragrance, and they always called it limited edition. But this year they didn't call this one limited edition like they did with the the Marine and the Pacific, and all their limited editions for the last 4 years have been phenomenal. Bold citrus. It is still available for $105 on Kohl's, but I'm guessing it's not on discounters yet, at least from what I can see. If anybody can see it on discounters, I can't look right now. Put it in the chat for Grim, just so he knows.
Shoot,
So
I'd pay
what do
105 too, though. I mean, that's good enough.
so what do you think about it?
Yeah, this is a win for sure.
It has this
Definitely
kind of like
summertime.
sweet, this like so underneath the citrus, it's like this sweet green smoky tone that
Yeah.
like goes really, really, really well with the citrus. I absolutely love the opening.
Yes. Yeah, that opening is nice. And like you said, I honestly I don't care if it just transitions into mediocrity. That opening, I can't stop smelling. I'm gonna keep my arm down so I don't look like a weirdo.
Yeah, the dry down, it's just after about 40 45 minutes, 50 minutes, it just kind of loses the citrus and it turns more into this almost like smoked woods, which it still smells nice, and the citrus is still in the background a little bit, but at that point in time, it's just really not average. It's a little bit above average, but the opening is just so good you just wish it would stay. And I think that's the only thing that I didn't like was the fact that I love the opening so much that I wish the dry down was better, but it's nothing that's horrible. There are worse fragrances out there, so anyway, welcome to Mo's. What's up, Mo? Hopefully you're having a good day. Have you tried Boss Bottle Pacific? I'm guessing you said Absolute was your first one, right?
Correct. Yeah, I've just tried Absolute and now this, which will be in the collection. Thanks to Randy.
You're welcome. Boss Bottle Pacific. I have too many bosses. They're all up and all. They go all the way back here. I have 41 boss fragrances. But and that's not including all the canteen style bottles that I have down there. But when it comes to boss fragrances, the only tropical fragrance they've ever had was Pacific, and it was released last year. If you smelled that Tommy one that came out last year, the Tommy Summer one, did you smell that?
The Vibrant Summer.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Boss Bottle Pacific smells like. but better. It's like a more designer, higher end, a little bit more fruity version of that.
Oh well, shoot, yeah. I like the Vibrant Summer as a cheap, easy, dumb reach, maybe gem fragrance.
Yeah,
So I'll have to add the Boss to the collection too. Then
I forgot that I even had this in my collection until right now. Yeah, the Boss is better, but it's still the Vibrant Summer smells good. Anyway, somebody, how about somebody? Do you know what a Sean John 3 a.m. is?
I have an 8 ml somewhere. I think.
So that fragrance smells actually really nice for like more of this kind of like tonic water fragrance. But somebody from what was it like Hungary or something like that emailed me yesterday and said, I saw you have a bottle of 3 a.m. in your collection. I will pay you 3 times the amount that it's worth, as well as pay you for shipping to send it to me. I said, bro, it's like Sean, it's Puff Daddy's fragrance. Like, what? What do you want with that? And even if it wasn't Puff Daddy's fragrance and it was just like some just random fragrance from a random perfumer, who's gonna spend 3 times the discounted price? Which the discounted price for that, or the discontinued price, which is over $200 now for 3 a.m. So he's willing to spend $600. And I told him, I said, if I was to send it to you, it would be $600 plus probably 40 in shipping to send it to Hungary. And he said, are you good for that? And I said, actually, no. I'm not doing that because I don't want the 600 from you. I'm doing that because I don't want you to send me the 600. I said, I would feel like shit going to sleep that night if I sold Sean John 3 a.m. to somebody, specifically a 1.7 ounce, to somebody for that amount of money. I just wouldn't feel good about that.
Yeah, and you already know that's why he wants it because of the whole Diddy trial and all the nonsense.
Yeah, it just to me it just didn't make any sense. Like even with the Diddy trial, it's like go on eBay and find one for 200. Even if you're in Hungary, eBay is across the world. There has to
Right.
be somebody in Hungary or Honduras or wherever it began with an H. I knew you were somewhere and it was not in the United States, and everywhere has somebody where you live has Sean John 3 a.m. that is cheaper than $680.
Hmm.
Is he I don't even know who you're talking about, Gian. Gian says some weird things. Even in your live stream. It's just you just have to shake your head and keep moving. Like I love
I
the
said
sweetness in
it today.
Haltane. I love the sweetness in Haltane. Oud for Greatness is nice, but Haltane sticks to me out of the most. I used to think that, but the more I wore Oud for Greatness, I actually like Oud for Greatness Neo better than all of them. And speaking of Sense of Wood, I like Sense of Wood Pine in the Sun better than any of those because it has that same type of DNA, but with a little bit of pine on top. Well, he's a pharmacist. Are you talking about me? I don't know where that came from, but it's just okay. Thank you. Appreciate you. By the fireplace was like that for me too. Straight smell. I know how far I am behind on the chat right now. So here, catch up with me. If you see any comments, you can call them out. I don't care either way. I'm just trying to get through the bottom. Rogba Wood Intense is better as well. Give it 10 minutes and the caramel really pushes the smoke into the back. I'm really missing out like what they're talking about. KY Oud Cadenza smells like a better version of BFP. I'm all over the fucking place right now. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Oh, it's Gian again. That's probably why. um Grimm's audience is a mix of Gen X and yeah, it's exactly that. Is Gen Z lives on the shorts tab. And so you'll get a bunch of kids coming through. That's exactly what it is. That's why I never do shorts anymore. And I went on TikTok live last night and it was like within 5 seconds. And apparently on TikTok, if somebody reports you during a live, even if it's like a troll, your live will get banned and your entire account will get banned. And so I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not going live. I'll just keep posting. I have 14,000 subscribers over there. I'm just gonna keep it that way. Keep posting the videos, and I only use TikTok as kind of like a repost site. Like I just go on there. I'll take the video that I posted on YouTube and I'll post it on there, and then I don't look at any of the comments or stuff like that. Don't forget Jen A. King. Huh? What is going on tonight? Parfums de
Oh,
Marley Castley is a really good fragrance. Some people love it, some people don't love it. I'm in the group that absolutely loves that fragrance. I think it's one of the best Parfums de Marley fragrances released in the last decade. Have you smelled that fragrance yet?
not yet.
How was that not one of the ones you chose? Seriously, you had so many better options, and you pick Sense of Wood, Praline, and Maple. I
I
gave
don't
you like
know,
a list
man.
of like 60. Did I give you a list, or did I just take a picture?
You told me just to pick from your collection that I knew that you
Okay.
had.
So I actually don't blame you because there was three people at the same time I was sending decants to, and that's why I said just pick something. And there was another person that I just said, if you don't know what I have, I'm not sending it to you. And there was a third person where I sent the list to, and that was right before you contacted me. So it's kind of like you got the backlash from me having to send a whole list to that guy, and then the guy after you got the backlash of me having to do it a second time. And so I was just like, if you don't know what I have, I ain't sending you shit. He ended up giving me some options though.
No worries, man. It still worked out, and I got some real good ones from you. So
So we did Shine Punch. We did Boss Bottled. Let's do Blue Talisman. Is this your first time ever trying Blue Talisman?
trying the OG, yes. Of course, I got Art Universe, and I got that Tarathi Electric. So I was
Which,
curious.
which from what I hear, it doesn't. They have pieces of it, but they don't smell exactly like it.
Yeah, I smelled this a little bit in the decant pack. I've not sprayed it yet, but I could smell it, and to me, the Art Universe smelled way closer than the Tarathi Electric.
That's good. So is Tarathi Electric even good?
I think it's good. For me, and I don't have the best nose when it comes to this stuff, but I sprayed it like I opened it on live stream and did a first impression on a live, and I could immediately tell way more citruses and less of that sweet pear than I got with the Art Universe.
For anybody in the live stream, what he's talking about is Blue Talisman has one big issue is that it's a skin chemistry scent. So you either get a ton of pear with a little bit of this spicy shower gel underneath it and a little bit of citrus, or you get citrus with a spicy blue shower gel and a tiny bit of pear. It all depends on what your skin chemistry scent is. For me, I love it and it's a ton of pear. For my wife, it's like a ton of spice and she hates it. And so I'm interested to see what this one is on you.
Yeah, hearing you say that, I'm curious too because I feel like I got it's just different from the two clones. So, all right.
What's up, Hamzat? Hopefully you're having a good day. You're 2 for 2, man. Hamzat didn't show up for like 15 live streams in a row, and now he's 2 for 2. I'm excited. Got me all happy.
Oh yeah. So in the air, I get more of the pear. Off my skin, I get kind of more of that spicy, kind of citrusy.
Yeah, I
But
don't
now with
understand it.
Art of Universe, though, I get it. It's not, it's just that sweet pear with Art of Universe.
This will mean nothing to you, but a lot of people say that Blue Talisman smells like Castley. I've heard people, and I'm like, you're losing your shit if you think that this smells like Castley, because Castley is this kind of like woody, bright citrus. But then I heard another person say it, and another person say it. I'm like, for me, this is 80% pear. It smells like pear, and from what I understand after talking to hundreds of people about this, if you get the pear, you love the fragrance. If you don't get a lot of pear, you're just okay with the fragrance.
Right.
So how's it hitting you? You like or dislike, or kind of in the middle?
I like it. But I think with me having the two clones, I think it depends on what I'm feeling that day. If I want more of how Blue Talisman comes off on my skin, I would go with Tarat the Electric. It is
Yeah.
different. It's not a one to one for sure.
The
Like I am
closest
picking up.
I
Oh, go
smelled
ahead.
Art of Universe last week. I smelled Art of Universe. And I also smelled this one from Zoha Aroma. And the one from Zoha Aroma is the closest to getting this DNA like a perfect, but it sacrifices quality, unlike the Art of the Universe, which does have good quality. And
Mhm.
so that's, I mean, you really can't find the perfect clone for Blue Talisman.
Right. I think it's good though. Now, will I?
I love it. Blue Talisman for me is like a 9. I absolutely love the fragrance.
Yeah, I think it's different enough that I might have to add it to the collection. I like that.
Yeah, I absolutely but it's just so weird. I can't hear somebody tell me that it doesn't smell like 80% pear, because to me it's like all I smell. To me it smells like you literally cut open a pear and just want like that's what it smells like to me, with like a little bit of a spicy blue shower gel underneath. I don't know why it comes off to me like that. It just does.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't get so much of the pair with the OG, but it's different enough. And if I want more of the pair, I'll go Art of Universe.
Somebody was spamming the shit out of the comments for a minute. Nothing negative, just asking what my favorite designer and niche fragrances were, or what our favorite designer niche fragrances were. And I was about to answer, but then he put it like 9 more times. And I was gonna say, where the hell are my moderators? They were giving him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, well, I put him in timeout. If you are still watching, I'm not trying to be negative, but there is no spamming allowed. If you put it twice by accident, I understand. I'll get to your comment. And as far as my favorite designer in niche fragrances, my favorite designer fragrances are probably YSL Wiley Parfum, the black bottle. A couple discontinued ones like Boss Bottled, EDP Intense. I like Spice Bomb Infrared, Most Wanted, Boston Senate Private Accord, Chanel's Allure Homme Sport Edition Blanche, as well as Kashi, a couple other ones, and then my favorite niche fragrances: Ingenious Ginger, um, Loumari Porthole, Narcotica Lemonada, Suspiro Vibrato, even Tobacco Vanille. You guys can hate on me for saying that, but I absolutely love Tobacco Vanille. So, and what about you? What's some of your favorite fragrances on both sides?
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't pick a favorite. I definitely rock with Tobacco Vanille. I like Invictus Victory Elixir a lot. Um, Chanel L'Oreal Edition Blanche for sure. I love that one in the summertime. I like Versace Eros. Now, as far as niche goes, that Zaharoff Coco Loco is one of the biggest dents in any bottle in my collection. As far as creeds go, I love Virgin Island Water. Obviously, performance is the issue. Um, I do like Mind Games, Blockade, and French Defense. I don't even like cherry fragrances, but when I smelled French Defense, I had to have it. Um,
Blockade, I can't get over the tomato leaf. Because
have
I'm
you
in my
tried
garden all the
the?
time and all I smell is tomato leaf. So anytime I smell blockade, all I can smell is my garden. And I don't want to smell like my garden.
Now they say that Banana Republic Midnight Hour is Blockade minus the tomato leaf.
It is. It's pretty much what it is. I smelled it probably about a month ago. It's pretty much exactly what it is. It still
Gotcha.
has like it almost smells like it still has a little bit of green. They replace the tomato leaf with like greens, but not the tomato leaf specific. and so I was, but I'm not a big fan of the Aventus like DNA anyway, and that is Blockade is Mind Games Aventus. And yes, I know they're not the same. They have different qualities, different woods, different musks, different everything. But anything in that DNA, from Hachivat to the Aventus to even Aventus Cologne now, which used to be one of my favorite fragrances, I've just smelled so many things in that genre. I'm bored by it. Just like
Right.
Aqua de Joe, just like most of the Aqua de Joes. I love them and I own a lot of them, but I can't wear them because I'm just so worn out on them. I just can't do it.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been kind of annoying to be honest with you. But French Defense I like. I just didn't find it to be the best cherry fragrance out there, and worth 300 and whatever dollars. That's why whenever it came from 192 the other day, I was like, yeah, I gotta have that. And then the owner said, hey, I'll trade you French Defense for Versace. What's the new Versace that I got?
Mano Frace Extreme.
Yeah. So unfortunately, after I do my video tomorrow, I'm sending that to him. I will buy another bottle of it because I actually really enjoy it. It's not the best Versace, so I'm like, if I get rid of this now and get another one on discounters, whatever. But he said if you send me that so I can decant it, I'll send you French Defense. So I got French Defense in exchange for that. I thought that was a good trade.
Oh yeah,
I mean, of course, it's a good trade.
for sure.
um, You'll never look like a weirdo to us, bro. I'm guessing that was towards me or to you. I don't know. Both of us are weird, so like,
I can admit
thanks.
that openly for sure.
Yeah. What's going on, Mike? Hopefully you're having a good day, man. Make sure you go follow Fragrance Fraternity, and then obviously Grim Sense, but I sent that at the beginning. All right, we're actually nowhere. The Diddy Juice. Yeah. Um, eBay has, yeah, but we're talking about eBay in Hungary. So it's different because yes, you'll see eBay for 167, but they might see different things because there's different countries that don't allow shipping imports and exports from specific locations. Like Hungary, or I know the United Kingdom, you can't, they don't allow imports and exports of fragrance from the United States. So that's why a lot of big companies in 2021, a lot of reviewers lost a lot of their hookups because they were not allowed to get any of the fragrances from Europe anymore or from England. Anyway, is there one left or two left?
We got one left.
That is Porthole, which this bottle is now a better bottle with a better atomizer, and I'm not buying it because it's the same liquid. I
So
can't wait to see what your thoughts are. And by the way, if you guys go to a Marshalls or Burlington and you see True Religion, the original one, I just got this. I saw Ross did one for the blue bottle. I just was like, hey, if the blue bottle was good, maybe the original one's good. So I picked it up. It smells almost exactly like Invictus Aqua with a little bit of green. It's a really good fragrance for $19, really high quality. So if any of you or you see it, you should pick it up. So, all right, how about that porthole?
all right, I've been excited for this one, man.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'm surprised. If I was you and somebody sent it to me and it was like 5 weeks later, I probably would have sprayed it already and just been like, you know what? I'm just gonna do the live and act like I didn't.
I've been wanting to, but I thought, nah, man, I got to give you true first impressions. Oh my god,
Do you see what I mean about naturals?
yes. Oh my, holy shit. Sorry, but yes, yes. You know what? This is my son of the day tomorrow.
Fuck, shit, balls, damn.
I'm
You can swear.
gonna, I'm
Whenever he was
dropping this
like, I was
tomorrow.
like, hey, you want to come on my channel? He was like, I don't know if you're gonna want this over there on your channel. I was like, I guess you've never been to my fucking channel then before.
Well, I've only seen your before that. I had only seen your videos, and I'm like, Randy looks like a nice family man, and then you got this asshole right here who people think is a gangbanger or whatever. So I'm like,
My wife asked if you were in Sons of Anarchy. Actually, he does look like. Have you seen Sons of Anarchy?
yes,
She said you look like what's his name, Albie or Jax's best friend,
I don't know the characters, but I've
the
seen
dude
it.
with the dude with the beard. And in the photo that I used for the thing, she's like, he looks exactly like that. I was like, you're actually not wrong. Randy doesn't understand because Randy is so behind. That's why he's not understanding. I knew I was super behind, but the thing is on Streamyard, and if you ever you might find this out you might think you're getting to the bottom of all the comments, but then when you get to the bottom, it just pops right back up and it shows there's like 600 more comments below. And so I had no idea. I thought we were at the bottom, and then all of a sudden it just popped up. So yes, porthole, passion fruit.
Yes, that passion fruit hit me right away. That is such a good passion fruit. And now I see why you are not a fan of that
Passion Island.
Mibiku. Yes. Now I will get it just because it's different enough, but this bitch slaps Passion Island. This is such a good passion fruit fragrance.
Yeah, like I said, if I would have tried Passion Island before I tried Porthole, I might have ended up buying it. But as soon as I tried Porthole and I figured out that type of passion fruit, and then I went to get Mabasu Passion Island because I was like, "Ooh, I love passion fruit. Might as well try this one." It is just next level passion fruit. And then if you can just picture, that's passion fruit on top of a little slice of mango. This one flip flops those, and it makes it a high end mango with a little bit of passion fruit underneath it. They're just flip flopped. That's what the fragrance is. That both of them smell very similar. It's just one's more mango while the other one's more passion fruit.
Got you. Yeah, I love this type of a scent profile. So I will definitely be adding this to the collection. I will be adding Lemonada to the collection, and still going to add that Passion Island, even though it is definitely, you could tell it's so synthetic, but it's all of this is my kind of fragrance.
You had the same reaction that me and Dedrick had on the live stream. We were like, "Oh my god!" It was just like it's one of those fragrances you smell it and you're just like, "Okay, yeah, I get it now."
Yes.
It's that good of. Is that maybe where you got the fruity pebbles, or do you think it was just a mix of all of them?
I feel like it might have been a mix of a few of them. I think this for sure, but like when I just opened it up, I like before I sprayed it, I couldn't smell it. So I don't know that it was necessarily that, but yeah, I'm glad you sent me this. This will be my next bottle for sure.
Yeah, out of all the ones that I sent you, well, I like Shine Punch and I like Blue Talisman a lot. My favorite two that I sent you were the Boss Bottled Bold Citrus and the Porthole. I think that Porthole, if there was a 10 in my collection, it would be either the Black YSL Wiley Parfum or this. It's the closest that you can get to a 10, and I'm really difficult on giving tens on my channel. I've never given one before, but if I had to give one, it would be Porthole.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. This is fire.
Yeah, it's really good. Hey, if I chose for Grim G, he'd be an Azara Port Homme and Santos de Cartier. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
I have no idea.
I think we're so far behind that they're just having their own. They're having their own conversations. I know Randy doesn't like Dua, and I'm the Dua fanatic, but their Blue Talisman clone is one. I know I would hate it. To me, all Dua fragrances smell like vegetable oil. One time, Jeff from SoCal Scents, he doesn't do clones, so Dua sent him a decant of every single one of their fragrances. And at that point in time, it was 56. He just gave them to me. There was only one that I thought was okay. And it was because it was in their private blend that they had. And it like they used a lighter concentration and it didn't smell like vegetable oil. But even then, I wouldn't have bought it. All other 57, 55, 50s, whatever it was, I hate it. Absolutely despise because I don't like their vegetable oil. And it's like, and apparently it's like a known thing around the fragrance community is you either don't mind that heavy elixir concentration, even though I've smelled elixirs, extrait de parfums, I guess, that are thicker, but they're higher quality perfumers alcohol and a higher quality oils that they don't come off like vegetable oil. But because Dua is obviously cutting costs to make a cheaper product, their oils just come across very vegetable oily for me. So even if that is the best Blue Talisman clone of all time, it's going to be the best Blue Talisman clone on top of vegetable oil for me. So I'm not going to like it.
Right.
Do you,
Yeah, I'm not.
you like Dua though, don't you?
I have never tried anything from
No.
Dua.
Yeah, and Mo said too. Alexandria is also there with Dua, but the thing is Alexandria has like a mix of different types of oils that they use for different styles of fragrance. I know for their fall and winter fragrances, I usually don't like them because they're more also vegetable oil. But for their summer fragrances, they don't use as thick of a blend, so it doesn't come off as vegetable oily. So every once in a while, find an Alexandria I like, but Dua to me, it smells, especially their really rich ones. It just literally smells like you took a bottle of vegetable oil and sprayed a few sprays of whatever fragrance you're looking for. And it's disgusting. Like it almost made me throw up the one time. I can't remember what fragrance I tried from them. It was like their fourth or fifth one that I went through, and everybody said it was one of their best fragrances. And I smelled it and I almost threw up. It was the only time I almost threw up from a fragrance. I mean, it was really bad. Anyway, if I skip your comment, I apologize. I'm gonna go through and just see if there's any like not just sprayed second soul on my arm. Good. Like if there's anything like that, I'll probably skip it. No, no. Second soul is really good, but I mean, I'm just gonna try to get to the bottom here so that me and Grim can end the live stream in a minute. Porthole is better than God of Fire. Porthole is like millions of miles better than God of Fire. It's not even close to me. I mean, God of Fire, I like it. I won't spend the money for it because there's better fragrances out there. It's like once you try Porthole, it's hard to buy tropical fragrances, in my opinion. It's because
Hmm.
once you try something that is at the top of that genre, the only way that you have to go is down.
Down.
And so it sucks that my second tropical fragrance I ever tried was this. And the first one I tried was Virgin Island water. And so it's like I have the king of the tropical sparkling fragrances and then the king of the tropical fruity fragrances. And it's just like where am I going from there? You can like other fragrances, but just nothing. I've tried 30 or 40 tropical fragrances since then. It has to be something that uses a completely different type of note or a different head to the fragrance for me to be super enjoyed by it. I just can't anymore. I think that's why
Hmm.
I really like the pink lemonade from Pink Boa because it's not tropical, but it's in that same realm. You know what I mean? Where it's not citrusy, it's not fruity, but at the same time it is because it's just pink lemonade. It just smells like pink lemonade.
And that should be arriving tomorrow. I actually ordered a bottle of that too.
My Venom Incarnate will be here tomorrow. I'm excited to try that. And you had me over the moon about Venom Incarnate, so I picked that. I was about to pick that up. The owner of Scent Rush just said, "Don't worry about it," and I was like, I looked at him and I said, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And once you guys hear the thing that he offered me, I can't talk about it yet. But once you guys, my moderators know about it. Once you figure out what Scent Rush offered to me as an ongoing collaboration, it's nuts, like mind-boggling nuts. Even 200 to 300,000 subscribers nuts. Like I was like, oh, this is crazy. I'll tell you about it after the live stream. That's why I said stick in the backstage. I had something to tell you.
Gotcha.
Invictus Aqua 2016 alternative. Gordon, it is. And we are talking about True Religion. It is a good Invictus Aqua 2016 alternative. But the thing is that Invictus Aqua 2016, 2018, and 2024, they all smell like 99% the same. And I was wondering because I got a decan of the 16, the 18, and a full bottle of 24, thinking that they were going to be crazy different because people were like, oh, wow, you're going to get the 2016, pay the extra $100 for it. They smell like so close to each other. It's not even. It's not funny. Randy should do a sampling 50 decant live. You mean like? Hold on. This is gonna make some noise. I just knocked over about 300 decants, but one of my boxes, just going through. Let's see. What do we got here? Ordo Parisi Bergamask. Ajmal Purely Orient Tonka. Um, Arabian Oud, Arabian Night Silver. These are all ones I have never tried. Natura K Max. Amouage Beloved Man. Opus XIV Royal Tobago. I have tried that one. Brioni EDP. Argos Adonis Awakens. Nomad Profumo Ascent Memoriam. I didn't know I had 1 million gold elixir. LM Parfums Ombre Boheme. Southern Comfort. Aaron Terra Infused Neon. Low Solo Essentia. Like, I have things. Oh, Dua. I told you, I just got a bunch of these sent to me, and they're full bottles of Dua, and I will never in a million years use them. They're just sitting in my decant box for no reason. Somebody earlier was texting me, and I was like, I got a junk drawer. You want to see it? And I sent a picture of it, and it has Tom Ford Gray Vetiver. It has Guerlain Abbey Rouge. It has a couple other things, and he's like, "That's your junk drawer." I was like, I was like, I don't have anywhere else to put them. What do you want me to do? I don't know what you want me to do with it. Anyway, but if you guys have any other questions, oh, Jesus, there he is again. See, what are you guys' favorite niche designer fragrances? We already answered the damn question. The answer. We already gave you the answer. I'm not responding to that. So what? That's Southern Comfort out of place. No, Richie, it is the only one from the house I don't like. It's Southern Comfort by Coastal Carolina Parfums. I absolutely love that house, but Southern Comfort, there is no smell to it. And I told him that there literally is no smell to the fragrance. It's too light that when you first spray it on, I was really looking forward to it, and it literally smells like nothing. And he said, I'm sorry." I was like, "Dude, you have like 9 other fragrances that I'm obsessed with, so whatever." Grim now needs to get his nose on Lemonada. Well, I just told Grim that I'm going to be sending him a decant of Lemonada. Right, Grim?
Absolutely.
I think that's what Scent Rush offered him. Let's see what Jason thinks it is. Oh, come on, Jason. Sexual favors? Oh, my goodness. You're freaking crazy. Who's Quill? That's
Oh
Quill for
God.
sure. What?
Quill is a stalker from my channel who has sent me death threats and everything else.
Oh, so because I've never had somebody spam like that on here before. I mean, I've had people that came as fake accounts, but I've never had someone spam. So you think that's from you?
Probably, yeah.
That would make. I wasn't even thinking that you were on here and that somebody would know that you were on here. Like I wasn't even thinking that way. I was just thinking that my channel, it's on here. But anyway, we were winding down the channel anyway. Is there anything else that you want to tell people about your channel before we do head out?
Uh, no, definitely
Nope.
feel free to check out my channel. I am very new. Well, 10 months. I've been doing this 10 months. I'm enjoying the process. I'm enjoying getting to know bigger content creators like Randy. I appreciate the opportunity for being on your channel for sure. Uh, Definitely enjoying being in the community and growing with this community. So, that's all I got to say about it.
Yeah, he's really good live streams. I mean, again, a lot of the lives that he does is on the shorts tab. So if you're ever scrolling through shorts and you see at Grimsense, go follow him because then it'll automatically show up. And if you have something, there's always good conversation in the smaller live streams that I've seen, like the ones that are like you, C2, Brian. Even though Brian, I can't hear 90% of what he's saying because he doesn't like have a microphone. So he's like over here, and all you're hearing is the phone running around the house. I'm like, hello. But yeah, there's always good conversation, like, and whether it's about fragrances or not, um, that's what I like about it is that you can have conversation. Someone asks you a question about fragrance, or you can just talk about hats or glasses or whatever it might be. But yeah, go follow Grim. Again, it's at Grim Sense or Grim G Has Sense. Um, I prefer the liquor too. The last live stream I did, I was drinking Southern Comfort. So yes. See, I'll show you guys. Oh wait, that's cherry cola. Never mind. Uh, Look at this. Have you ever seen this? It has actual cola pieces in the fragrance. Can you see that on your end?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's from Making Sense. It's called cherry cola. And whenever I sprayed it the first time, couldn't get anything out, but it does smell exactly like a cherry coke. Have you ever tried Making Sense?
Yes. I do have an average patch, I believe. It's the Sour Patch Kids one. An unaverage peach.
The unaverage Joe scent, yeah.
Yeah.
Their best one is Fallen Leaf. It smells like 1 million Privé mixed with Wanted by Night. If you ever want to try it,
Ooh.
you should try that one. But anyway, thank you everybody for being here. Thanks for Grim for coming on the channel. We'll see you on the next one. Make sure to go follow Grim. Again, his channel is pinned in the description. But we'll see you guys on the next Monday. Appreciate you. Peace.